So when we talk about...
Members of the Uganda Parliamentary Alliance for Food Security and Nutrition gathered for a capacity development training organized by the Food and Agriculture Organization.
This is an event that is organized on a yearly basis, where members of the Alliance come together to discuss, but also to share experience on better ways to address food and nutrition security in East Africa.
They emphasized the need for countries to diversify food sources instead of relying on a single crop, which increases vulnerability to crises like drought. The neglect of nutritious indigenous foods and the need to prioritize them has been highlighted.
So what we are looking for is what we call food diversification. As long as a food item is healthy, as long as it's nutritious, it has all the required nutritional balances, then we should not rely on one food.
As we look at the African continent at large, we have more than 1 billion people that do not have access to healthy and nutritious food. In our region, East Africa, we have more than 30 million people that is going to bed without sufficient food.
There are very important indigenous foods that has been forgotten in the past, but which are very, very, very nutritious. And we are now encouraging to make sure that there is diversity. In every country there should be diversity. That's one thing.
He also noted inefficiency in food distribution, where food surplus in some regions often goes to waste, while other areas face scarcity.
In the same country, a small region can become highly, can produce a lot of food, but that food even rots in those areas. We are not able to move them to the other part of the country or to the neighboring country where that food is required. So it's very important that there is systems, there are laws and regulations to make food move from one point where it is abundant to where it is scarce.
This annual event, initiated in 2019, rotates among the 10 member countries, including Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya and Ethiopia, among others. Last year's assembly was hosted by Kenya.
Whenever we meet, we reflect on the best practices that each member state is implementing as far as parliamentarians are concerned on issues to do with food and nutrition security.
More needs to be done to ensure that the agriculture sector is resilient, that's produce enough food to everyone.
Crispus Arinitwe, EAPA News.